Yeah, I might, one last thing that you had said, and it kind of like opened up a little door in my mind that I just want to ask. And if I may be so cheeky, I'll just finish with this last question. Is that all right?
Okay, sure.
I was keen to find out, like we're talking, you being on the cutting edge and things as they're starting to evolve, it does feel with the way things are going online and the way Google's so entrenched in people's mindset these days that you have to be extremely transparent, because if you do one thing that's wrong and that gets out there, it can get plastered all over the internet, and kind of, you know, what happens on YouTube stays on YouTube, and what happens once it's in there, it's very hard to get it back out again. So I think a big part of that sales process, again, I can only sort of talk from where I'm coming from, but you're able to see a lot of the shifts with a lot of the different copywriters. So I'm wondering how your thoughts are as far as the way things, if they're getting like the need for transparency and building that proof. For me now, when I write copy, it's all about just proof, really. I just get there, I have the initial hook story to draw them in, and then after that, it's just how can I prove what it is that I'm saying is true?
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was finishing up on that last rabbit hole we went down, which was the transparency thing. My blog, I share this. This is not some super secret, but I don't make a big deal of it. The reason I started my mailed newsletter back in 2001, and why I picked up the blog, and I think I started the blog in 2005. I can't remember now. But the thing in the back of my head was I wanted to leave not a legacy, but I wanted to leave the story of my life and what I know for not my nieces and nephews, but my grandnieces and nephews who are very, very young and have no idea what's going on. But I keep thinking in my head, I kind of write to them. I kind of write in a way that I want to. It's like I'm not saying or sharing anything I wouldn't share directly with these people who I care very much about, and I have a stake in making their lives better. So the transparency there becomes natural, and people like to think it's because of online and social media and stuff, but people are not easily transparent. It is a bit of an effort. Even people who are into texting and Facebook and all this stuff, even though it seems like we're sharing more, we're really not. Life is mostly shallow. Most people live their lives in the shallow part of the pond. When you have a passion, whether that passion is from trauma, you need something, something's broken, you need it fixed, or you just really, really want something, you haven't been able to find it, and you want somebody else, you're looking for help in getting there. When you come as the guy who's willing to lay it all out there and tell your story, and you've been somewhere I haven't been, and you are offering me a chance to come into your world where you're going to be the guy that is the perfect guide. It's like, dude, I've been there. I know what this is like. Let me tell you what happened to me. If you can use it, great. If not, at least you know what my experience was, and you start laying this out. And this is what we call either the hero or the go-to guy, as I called it. That's what I called it when I started teaching. You become the go-to guy. It's like for a few clients that I was able to work for who didn't inhibit me in what I would write and stuff, the letters would arrive or the email would arrive in the inbox, or people would find out about it, and they didn't say, oh boy, I'll bet they're going to try to sell me something, but rather the response, and we know this because we ask people all the time, the response was, hey, what's this nutcase got to say today? What story is he going to tell me today? And what that means is that even though I may have a pitch, or I'm going to sell you on something, or I'm in marketing, so somewhere along the line I'm going to have something for sale or something, you don't care, because the content that I'm laying out is so good that if you never buy anything from me, your life has been enriched invaluably, if that's a word, by just connecting with me, by being inside of my world. And if you do buy, it's even better. And I become the go-to guy. It's like you think, hey, wait, I have a question about copyright. I wonder what Carlton has to say, but let's check on his blog and let's go there. So by becoming the go-to guy, you become that resource, that constant, desired, welcome resource in people's lives, where you're the first thought that comes up whenever they think about this stuff. So when I have something for sale, you don't automatically buy, but you're going to give it a look-see. You're going to say, you know what? Okay, let's see what he has to say. And you're certainly going to be entertained, and you're going to learn something during the process. So it's never a waste of time. And who knows? You may become a customer and a new, the new BFF in my life,
I love the way that even when you talk about those things and you tell it, and I know you said that you hadn't done any study of NLP or even further back the Ericksonian hypnosis stuff, but just the way that you layered that last little bit, positioning yourself, whether it's conscious or subconscious, it just shows that you've embedded this in such, the core of who you are. You've just effectively told us that you're the go-to guy when it comes to copywriting. And I truly believe that. If people want to find out more, they should head over to your blog, which is the john-carlton.com, or just Google John Carlson and it'll be the number one position to find out more. And I wanted to mention, you mentioned your simple writing system as well, which is a fantastic course. It'll break down that checklist that we did talk about. If you want to find out more about that, I've got a special link I've set up through davidjennings.com/SWS. And yes, that is my affiliate link, but hopefully if I've introduced you to John Carlton, it's only fair that we sort of, keep that relationship going. I go out there to get these interviews for you guys so that I can introduce them. So it's sort of a little bit of a win-win. But just, John, want to finish up by thanking you for your time. Like, you really do, you are the go-to guy when it comes to copywriting, and you share that information so freely. So thanks for your time.
Well, thanks, Dave. It's always a joy to talk to someone like you who is interested in this, who knows a lot of stuff, and you don't ask the same old questions. That was a riveting interview, one of the best set of questions I've been asked, and I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share the answers with your people. So,
perfect. Thank you.